Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, found herself on the side of the Trojans during the Trojan War. Alongside Apollo, Poseidon, and, for a brief period, Athena, Aphrodite supported the Trojan cause, leading to some interesting and dramatic interactions with the Greek gods who favored the Greeks. Aphrodite's support for the Trojans was not surprising, given her connection to the city of Troy. According to mythology, Aphrodite was born from the sea foam near the island of Cyprus, and she was often associated with the eastern Mediterranean. This connection to the region may have influenced her decision to side with the Trojans during the war. One of the most famous stories involving Aphrodite's support for the Trojans is the tale of her involvement in the duel between Paris and Menelaus. As the story goes, Aphrodite promised Paris the love of the most beautiful woman in the world, Helen of Sparta, if he awarded her the golden apple in a beauty contest. When Paris later eloped with Helen, it sparked the Trojan War, and Aphrodite's role in this event solidified her allegiance to the Trojans. Throughout the war, Aphrodite's actions often clashed with those of the Greek gods who supported the Greeks. One notable example is her involvement in the conflict between her son, Aeneas, and the Greek hero Diomedes. During a battle, Diomedes wounded Aeneas with the help of Athena, angering Aphrodite. She attempted to rescue her son and carry him to safety, but she was ultimately thwarted by the Greek god of war, Ares, who chastised her for interfering in the affairs of mortals. Aphrodite's support for the Trojans also led to her encounters with other Greek gods who were uncommitted to either side. One such interaction occurred when Aphrodite sought the aid of Zeus to protect her son, Aeneas, from the wrath of the Greeks. However, Zeus remained neutral in the conflict, refusing to intervene on behalf of either the Greeks or the Trojans. Despite her unwavering support for the Trojans, Aphrodite's actions during the war were not always successful. In one instance, she attempted to aid her lover, the Trojan prince Anchises, by disguising him as a mortal and sending him to safety. However, her plan was foiled when the Greek hero, Odysseus, and his men discovered Anchises and exposed Aphrodite's deception. Aphrodite's support for the Trojans also brought her into conflict with the goddess Hera, who was a staunch supporter of the Greeks. The rivalry between the two goddesses was evident in their interactions during the war, particularly when Aphrodite attempted to aid the Trojan hero, Hector, in battle. Hera, seeking to undermine Aphrodite's efforts, convinced the god of the forge, Hephaestus, to craft a magnificent suit of armor for Achilles, the greatest Greek warrior. This armor ultimately led to Hector's downfall, further fueling the animosity between Aphrodite and Hera. Overall, Aphrodite's support for the Trojans during the war resulted in numerous clashes with the Greek gods who favored the Greeks, as well as with those who remained uncommitted to either side. Her unwavering allegiance to the Trojans, driven by her connection to the region and her personal relationships, led to both triumphs and defeats on the battlefield. Despite the outcome of the war, Aphrodite's role in the conflict remains a fascinating and integral part of Greek mythology.